Germans are already on the ground. Austrian women have taken their fielding positions as well. And we're ready to start the match pretty much.
Good morning, everyone around the world. Welcome back to Sevan Day 3. And we are about to see the first ball being delivered by Valentina.
Yeah, she's starting off the fourth match again as she's done the first three as well. Opening bowler, Valentina here. It's pretty cloudy conditions today compared to the other three games that we've had so far.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's play.
All right. Umpires say, let's play. Valentina. And straight away off the mark by Janet Rollins. She played a beautiful innings yesterday. Scored unbeaten 100. And her partner in crime, Christina Goff.
Yeah, Christina's on strike right now. She is also facing Valentina. We have a classic field for the power play. And play to the square leg side.
And red, deep mid wicket coming in, returning it to the bowler's end.
That's a good throwback to the bowler.
Suraj, welcome to the com box.
Yeah, thank you. I'm replacing Richard today. Hi everybody, my name is Suraj, and yes, you'll be hearing from me in the next 40 overs, I hope. And that Valentina has an interesting bowling style. In, observing her, the ball swings into the batsman and just makes them defend more often than not.
Yes, she has that late movement, and she has been consistent last few games, and she just continuing where she left off. Oh, that's
a commentator's curse, just
as
you just mentioned, and one wide on to the offside. And Germany steals a run here as well. That is 4 for no loss.
Christina Goff. So she scored 66, unbeaten in the first game yesterday. Sorry.
Do you think she can replicate exactly the same task today here as well? While she plays the ball to point and well fielded at point.
I think these two openers, they have very good communication in the middle.
Yeah, and they have looked really well in the middle so far, haven't they?
They have been very comfortable against Austrian attack. Yes, there were a few chances in the earlier games, but they have played some quality cricket over the last few games.
Valentin comes in again, and that's down leg, called wide. So that that puts Germany at 5. And we are yet to face 2 balls of this first over from Valentina. And the vice captain here having a brief talk with her. But the Austrians have been disciplined so far as well. It's
that's nicely.
Oh, barely made it there, but bad luck, still goes for 4. That's 4 runs.
Excellent effort from Andre at the boundary, but unable to stop. She almost had
Almost had it. Almost had it. Just a little bit of, well, it's 1 or 2 centimeters of height needed there to get the ball to stop just before the boundary. But good effort.
Germany 9 without lost.
And a good ball. Good comeback from Valentina here, as she made go off defense the last ball of the over. And lucky we do have a little of a change of conditions today, don't we? From sunny and hot 2 days that we had in the last couple of days to, well, a clouded, overcast conditions, and also, well, it's rather dark today.
It's really a pleasure to have this. We've been boiling out here.
I was hoping for a little bit of a tan today, but I guess that's out of the window now.
It's a bit surprising an Indian guy saying you need a tan.
All right, that's. I think it's
Andrea.
yeah, Andrea
coming into
preparing herself, and yeah, Austrians are following the script pretty much from the last couple of last matches as well. Valentina opening, then Andrea getting the second opening over, and it's a similar field here again. We do have a deep mid wicket. We do have. What do we have on the rope again? Oh, deep mid wicket.
Janet Rollins on strike. That's beautifully bowled outside edge.
Edge to
to
third
third man,
man. And almost taken. But that's been key for German innings so far. They have been brilliant between the wickets. They're running between the wickets is impressive to say the least. The communication between the batsmen here, the batters here is. As a viewer as well, the last couple of games, it was impressive and very mature to say the least. That these batters have been just on it when it was about to take the single rotate strike. That's what they've been really good at in the last couple of games. The boundaries, yes, they've been coming in and out, but the rotating the strike, that's been putting the pressure on Austria.
yes, they were unable to defend the good balls, and same time they were able to put the bad balls away
Yeah,
for
good ball
boundaries.
from
And
Andrea right here and defended right back. To short
extra cover.
extra cover. Yeah.
Chris Hinagaf on strike, the vice captain of the team.
And again, a good strike.
Once again, beautifully.
And a little bit of a misfield there, but there was a good backup there. And Germany again make it comfortably for one. Tidy over so far from Andrea. Continues with. And a good shot towards backward point region. Fielded back, and yeah, Germany make it back for two.
Musharraf, third man region, come across and collect the ball.
Yeah.
Nicely returned.
But this is again just converting those ones into twos and those zeros into ones that they have been doing brilliantly so far.
Yes, they have been able to put away the bad balls.
It's a wide called. It's a beautiful morning in Lower Austria today. To be honest, it's as you said, it's melting away. That ball
Little
called from the umpire.
breeze going across the ground.
Good breeze going. The temperatures are into the mid-20s, not into the mid-30s anymore. So it's also comfortable for the players out there.
So Raj, I think you choose the days there when the weather is nice. You come to
I
commentate.
choose the days wisely. And defended well back to the bowler. Andrea collecting the ball again here. And beside this one, wide, actually a really tight and tidy over here, bowled from Andrea. And a good ball collected by the keeper, just past the bat. Yeah, good offside line here, and that's over.
On behalf of Richard, Suraj, I have to apologize to Christina Goff's parents.
Did you?
She was not born in the UK.
Was
She
not
is born in Germany.
Is she?
Yes. So, our apology, sir. Yes, Christina was born in Germany.
Well, it's always good to watch having the game grow in Central Europe and in the region where usually you would not associate the regions you wouldn't associate with cricket, and especially not only men's cricket but also women's cricket. And suddenly we're here in Lower Austria, just outside Vienna, and able to watch an international game being played. And that's a 4 down to fine leg.
That's beautifully played once again from Christina Goff, making sure the bad ball's being punished.
Yeah, she got the height on that one, and she just knew what to do with it, and well, gently nudged it towards fine leg for a 4.
And that has been the features of this partnership in German lineup, putting the bad balls away and also same time making sure the singles being taken.
And the good balls don't hit the target. That's also key into building a partnership. And when we've seen the opening partnerships in the last game, that was pretty much not out. And played well to mid-off. And again, the single. Usually, you wouldn't expect a single to be taken in with that kind of shot, but the Germans are just that good between the wickets that they steal a single where you wouldn't expect one available. And Valentina again with the third ball of the over.
It's another full
Dipping
toss.
enough, was it? Or has the leg umpire? Yeah, he's raised his hand. It's a no ball called. It did look like it was dipping just enough for it to be a full toss and not a no ball. However, tip height, therefore no ball called.
And it's going to be a free hit.
And it is a free hit signaled. It would be interesting to see how Valentina recovers from this. Full toss. Slight misfield there at covers and oh, sorry, at
Mid wicket.
And yeah, Germans again are able to get that single, and just with that rotated strike and the left-right combination also for sure not making it easy on the Austrian players here to set a tone pretty much and to be constant with the lines. Always difficult if you have left-right combination. But Valentina does a good comeback to the right-hander and just past the off stump to the keeper. Good ball. And unusual for the Germans, she did try to have a big heave at this one.
Yes, she tried to, was full enough to be punished, but at the end, that late movement once again from Valentina didn't make the contact. Janet Rollins on strike.
Again, good line and well fielded in the mid-on region. And back to the bowler. So again, Germany just able to get the single in and putting
Beautifully played around the ground.
Back on strike. Yeah, the Germans playing no risk shots pretty much all day. There is beside the catches in the first game, I think I haven't seen them playing really high risk shots. And again,
good hand to that. Still racing away towards the fine leg boundary. Andrea comes around.
The captain at the ball again. Andrea with one bounce into the keeper's hands and overcalled. Well, lucky. You want to mention that we are actually sitting in so-called Weinviertel, which is the Lower Austria region where a lot of wine is produced, and we have a lot of vineyards around the ground pretty much, and the nice hills of Lower Austria allow for a lot of wine to be produced actually, and we do have a lot of Heuriger here, which, I mean, we are in August, but in September, end of August, that's the season.
Right. I've never been to that.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Well, just outside the ground in the next
Because
town.
I spend my summer playing cricket, so don't really have much time to go in.
You can't play cricket after it's dark anyway, lucky.
That time is my bedtime.
All right, fair enough. And Andrea back in the bowling. And, worth a shout, but umpire not interested. What do you think?
It's sliding down. I think.
Slightly down, like side probably. I'm not sure if it didn't straighten up just enough.
Slightly going down the leg side.
It did look like it did straighten up a little bit though. But good first ball from the over. And again, really good ball from Andrea here. Straight to point, and the shot, the ball just being stopped at point, and no chance of a single
Good
here.
positive energy in the field today.
Definitely.
From Austria.
I think you see a change of motivation, and they just want to make something happen, and just slightly more motivated and in the field also. And just again this single here and there that they're just able to steal and to get.
I think from an Austrian perspective, I think they shouldn't really mind these singles because it's a good ball.
Yeah.
Good shot. Good cricket all around. The main concern has been last few games that they can see lots of boundaries, and if they can reduce that, I think it will be really good. And to see bowling well and keeping Germany around 130, 140 mark.
Yeah, what do you make of the communication on the field? We just heard a lot of shouts for backing up, and I mean, the backup is just exactly there once there is this shout for backing up, and suddenly, even if the ball is going past the keeper, there is no overthrows. So there is a discipline in the field as well, and that's what I'm liking more and more about the Austrian players, that there's a communication and just effort being put in. And wide call from the umpire again on delivery from Andrea.
So, I mean, it's always good to hear players talking.
Definitely. That's something you want to have in the cricket field always, is communication between the players on the team, and again defined to point. And that they know what's happening around them. That the players are aware of either if the ball is coming towards them or if the ball is coming going away from the keeper. There's need for backup, or there's need for maybe somebody else is coming just right behind them, and he's able to collect the ball and throw it back in. These kind of little things just make it easier as a cricket player on the field.
And at the same time, you're putting pressure on the batsman.
Exactly.
When lots of noises are happening.
well collected and straight back to the bowler. And again here, there is backup available. So the Austrian fielding has looked... There's a difference from match 1 to match 4, let's put it that way.
Definitely. Like I already mentioned from the game 2, they can only improve their game daily basis, learning from the mistakes, allowing them that time to realize about their own game.
Yeah, and fair play to them, they have improved in the field already a lot. And there is only going forward from here. Germany 29 for no loss after 4 overs, and we have a change of bowling, it seems. The vice captain, Joanne, is coming onto the to bowling. It's right arm over the wicket. And we've seen her also troubling the batsman a little at times, and just being able to do that something with the ball. Yeah, that's wide
Starting
called.
with a wide.
I would say it's a good length, slightly down to the offside.
Slightly off target.
Before the match, we've seen the girls practice in the nets a little bit, and you have to say that they have put in a lot of heart now into the game, and definitely something that you are able to see already. Good throw from deep mid wicket, and this is again this left-right combination, and also here you have to give them that they have adapted well to the left-right combination also in the field, that the fielders are moving swiftly and quickly into their positions. That's a single.
Down leg side.
That's by. That's White's right down leg. And the keeper trying to just go for it, and she's hit the stumps. Batsman on the batter was just
Yes, it's good to see.
inside.
Some direct hits.
Always. This is if I'm bored, I would just watch direct hits compilation on YouTube or something like that. Yeah, it's a good
Beautifully
ball
bowled.
again from Joanne, and straight to point. Good hit towards deep mid wicket or deep square leg. Just one here.
Germany 33 without loss after 4.3.
4.3 overs, yes. 34 for no loss after 4.3. And a misfield at mid-wicket allowed the Germans to take a single.
Once again, it's not the first time that we've seen Christina Goff coming down and pushing it to the gaps. This time, Poche unable to collect the ball.
And that's played.
And this one running towards mid-wicket.
That's gone the
Boundary.
distance. That's 4 runs. That's a powerful hit, and to say the least, also. So, not any cautious here. She saw the ball too short and just had a hit at it, and yeah, makes it worth 4 runs. Austria now 30, Germany now 39 for no loss after 4.5.
Really good work from Busharat. Short. Third
man area. Germans initially going for that single, but yeah, no interest on the non-strikers end this time. After 5 overs, that's 39 for no loss. You think at the non-striker's end there was no interest because, well, she wanted to strike?
No, I think the ball was going straight to the
It
fielder,
was straight to the fielder, yes.
and correctly say that that was non-striker's call.
Yeah, non-striker's call, absolutely. Again, the little things done rightly make a big difference in cricket. It's just having the call at the non-striker's end and the non-striker, the dominant no, setting the striker back to the crease, avoiding a run-out possibility here for Austria.
Andrea to continue her third over and last over of the power play. And
Good
Austria,
ball. Got the respect.
Austria yet to take a wicket from the German teams since yesterday.
Well, that's at least 24 hours without a wicket. If it was a test match, Germany would be proud to have that kind of stat to their name, wouldn't they?
Definitely.
Full day of play without a wicket. It's Christina Goff again. It's no ball call already. But there's a chance at the keeper's end, and just the ball not thrown in quickly enough. Although the ball didn't travel fast enough for that. Free hit, no ball, 2 runs. And Christina made sure that she was able to be back fast enough before there was the chance of a run out. And it's well recovered. Again, the Germans just... This is intent in that quick takeoff from Janet here, that she just took off straight away, and she was at the crease, just way ahead the ball here.
Yes, well judged. Single again to Skjalik.
Risky though, because as you know, free hit, there is no possibility of a wicket beside the run out, and they just pushed it forward just a little bit. And Germans able to get a run again off the misfield.
What's the next one?
Once again, so the first time that we have seen misfield from Austrian team.
Oh, was just defended towards the square leg.
One more single being taken. Janet Ronalds on strike. Andrea. Nicely
Janet.
cut away.
Beautiful shot to watch as well. Cut away for that. What's going to be 2. And yeah, no need to push here. Comfortably back for 2. And with that, Germany on 47 for no loss. Last ball of the over in power play. And the Germans have been able to just get these singles and doubles by pushing the balls between the gaps that you have just during power play. And yeah, most of them outside the inner circle even. And again, shot towards the
Nicely.
third man region and fielded a third man. And a chance of
Just
a
another
real
run-out
general
chance.
run out. That was the most risky call so far in this day. And Janet just being... She would have been shy of a ground, but able to make it back. That's 49 for no loss. And like, did you know that Janet plays for the Bavarian Cricket Academy in Munich, which is barely 4 hours away from here. And she's played in the U17 and U19 for Victoria.
That's really good.
Yeah, and apparently she's been playing also alongside a lot of Australian players, such as Catherine Fitzpatrick, Melanie Jones, Belinda Clark, Sarah Edwards. So yeah, you think that with having that much experience under her belt, she's already, well, you can see that definitely, that pushing for the ones and twos, and just being able to see out the good balls and just being able to play the bad balls the way she's done. You just see that she's already has a lot of experience of playing cricket. Again, here took off straight away and called the striker towards the non-striker, sent for a single. And with that, Germany at 50.
In 6.1 O's.
It's a very healthy run rate so far from the Germans.
It's again
Cut away to
bold.
point, and also here able to get the run. It's just when the ball doesn't get straight into the hands of the fielder, the German batsmen, and especially the Janet and Christina, they somehow, well, they just know that there's a single there if the
Yeah,
ball isn't
definitely.
straight into the fielder's hands.
As soon as it's going to the fielder, they know
Even when it's going to the fielder's hands, just as demonstrated here, they take off and get the single.
nicely.
This is Janet Reynolds back on strike. That's just the perks. I mean, apparently she works also as a physiotherapist, so even if there's some niggles and pains, you have somebody on the team who's able to just help along, while also hitting the ball for 4.
That's powerfully struck towards mid-wicket region. This is not the first time that we have seen and short ball bang 4 runs to Janet Rollins.
Yeah, that's it. Bang and 4. We have to just wondering, in the last couple of games, was there after power play that the field wasn't pushed out immediately, or is it just today that we're seeing that lucky? And that's a short ball again, and pulled towards fine leg for 4 again. With that, Germany at 60 for no loss of 6.5 overs. Janet already at 28 of 25 deliveries.
Crazy to continue. And that's much better ball.
And that's defended. Again here, no risk taken, overcalled. Germany 60 for no loss after 7 overs. And we have a change of bowling at the count end. That is that's Sujanya Chamundaya on. Well, she's in the bowling attack now from the count end, and bowling to Christina Goff. She's had some good lines while she was bowling earlier in the warm up. So I'm looking forward to see what she does from here. Had a good ball here. Yeah, just a single here, and yes, good start from her.
Definitely. Nice and full. And not allowing batsmen to play on the onside. So I'm hoping to see few more deliveries in that area where you get the batsman forward, not allowing them to hit boundaries.
That was a bit too short, and
And powerfully
Janet
hit.
dealt with it. Well, this is
It's powerfully hit towards mid wicket.
definitely something that we've seen more often than not. That a tad bit of a short delivery, and Janet pulls it for 4. And her preferred regions so far have been mid wicket to fine leg. So she's definitely strong on the leg side so far. On the offside, there have been a few hits towards third man, but those were for 1s and 2s.
But I'm still surprised not to see another field on the onside.
Me too. Yes. And this would be the
Just
chance
one
to.
fielder.
And this is definitely after the power play. You should be putting one deep mid wicket, deep square leg, or deep backward square leg even.
I would have 4 fielders inside and rest the boundary region, and don't see the point of having that deep fine leg. I would rather bring the fielder squarer towards deep square leg.
Yes, I would compromise here in putting a fielder on deep backward square leg. Wide card from the umpire. So this is, well, we've had almost 2 overs now without a wide. So the Austrians have been a bit more consistent with the lines. And Christine slips a bit in while taking off. But yeah, makes the best of it. Just a single of this delivery. So the the free hit was kept a little bit silent here. But also interesting that only for Christina they have the deep fine leg fielder set up, and her Jivan Puller is trying
That's
to
a
get to
good
the
stop,
delivery,
excellent
and that's
work.
a stop. Stopped at deep mid wicket, and just stopped at 4, just 2 runs off it.
And that's excellent effort from Jeevan. Definitely saving a few runs there.
It looked like it would have carried. Good effort here.
And that is
And
really
a good delivery. Good delivery outside off.
good delivery end.
Overcalled. So that's 10 off this over. We are at 70 after 8 overs. But as I was mentioning, I'm wondering why we have a fielder out for Christina, for example, on the deep fine leg. However, there is for Janet only one on deep square leg, or well, deep forward square leg. Would you think it would be fitting to have deep mid wicket and deep backward square leg instead of just one fielder
Definitely,
on the deep?
That's where at least you should get 2 fielders towards the leg side, if not even 3. You would
I think mid on, mid off, we're fine.
we haven't really seen any lofted shot.
Exactly. So mid on, mid off is exactly fine where it is. No need to have deep fielders there.
And that's powerfully struck and rolls away for 4. That's another 4 runs from Christina Guff, and she's moving to 28 in 21 balls. These both batsmen closing in towards another half century.
Another good 50s from each. Yeah, both not far away off. Janet Ronalds is now on 35 off 30. Christina Goff, as you just mentioned, on 28 from 21. And sees a shot delivery and misfield at square leg. And the ball rolls 4. And that puts Christina now at 32 off just 22 deliveries.
Yes. Be surprised to see both batsmen getting another half century.
Well, I'd say I'll not be surprised. and that's a no ball from Rezata Avila here, and free hit.
This is not the
called.
first time that we've seen high full tosses. And another free hit.
Yeah, stopped that backward, well, deep mid wicket. And again, the free hits not being converted into really big hits here. They're rather going for singles and twos. And in this case, it was a single. Christina now on non-strikers end. Janet back to the strikers end. She's facing Rezata now.
80 without loss after 8.3 overs. It's another full toss.
Yeah, the ball is dipping down a lot before it reaches the striker. So, yeah, no danger here for being in a no ball. And that puts Janet 36, Christina on 33 of 24 deliveries. Also, you can have a look at the scoreboard at the European Cricket Network website at the ecn.cricket. Another healthy single, healthy strike rotation from Christina here, and puts Janet back on strike. Both with very good strike rates.
Yes. 33 in 24 and 36 in 31. That's really good. And there's another boundary.
Short
Once
ball,
again, short ball and
gets the punishment. She's just been that strong onto that leg side. Again, for her, you would definitely need backward square leg, deep mid wicket. She has been punishing those short balls exactly in that area, and
we still
rightfully
haven't
so.
seen the second fielder down
We
there.
still haven't seen the second fielder out there, that's right. And that puts Janet at, I would say 40 of 32 deliveries, which is also now overcalled. So Germany 86 for no loss, 9 overs gone, and those that was 16 of this over.
That's a big over for Germany.
Really big over, yes. But also, again, these are the short balls that Janet is making sure that they get to that they reach the boundary rope.
And still, I do not understand the feel that fine leg, Suraj. So it is already.
So Janya back
Kind of.
in the bowling attack, and that's worth a double. And yes, the throw just not accurate enough to endanger any of the batsmen here. Sorry, the batters. I'm trying to use batters instead of batsmen because this is just what they are.
You need to get used to it, mate.
Yes, absolutely, you get used to it. We should be using batters more often, by the way, even if the baseball guys use it. It's a healthy, gender-neutral, and no ball called. So here's Sujanya just hip high, no ball and 4 runs. That's 5 runs off this delivery. And it's a pity to watch that after the first, I would say 6 overs or so, the plot has just gone missing a little bit again. As you mentioned, they should be restricting the boundaries instead of just being worried about the 1s and 2s. And I'm afraid that this is not the case anymore. And for the first time, actually, the deep fine leg fielder would have been in play.
Definitely. At least that would have been.
Short hit,
And that's a catch.
free hit, free
Right, it's
hit,
a free hit.
free hit, free hit, goes. Good catch though.
It's on the red.
Safe hands.
Red boundary.
That's
Definitely.
this is definitely something that we've seen is Andrea has the safe hands. I would have tried to steal a second, to be honest, here because
Would have.
Yeah. Janet back on strike. And that's a good hit down to mid-off, and Janet just makes it to the non-strikers end for that single. Christina back on strike. So Jania is definitely beside that no ball. Is a bit tidy here. And our scorer has put in a wicket as well for that catch that that just happened after the on the free hit.
Another
There we
wide.
go, corrected here now, another wide. So that's 96. Germany entering in to those 100 runs after the 10 overs. So we've seen now them upping up the strike after the 6 overs of power play. Definitely worth having a look into if you would be able to put the
Nicely cut away.
and back to the keeper. Christina was interested in the second, Janet not so much, and with that throw I think definitely would have been a dangerous second run here. So it's 9-7 after 9.4 overs. This is just something I wanted to mention that Germany has, and good defense from Janet. And toying a little bit with the field here, interested just in that chance of a single. Doesn't go for it at the end. And Somja
The
full toss
and
towards
nicely.
mid-on.
After 10
overs, 98 runs. Yeah, so Germany has been pretty much in control all innings.
while the players take a drink, we'll be joining you shortly. Just stay with us.
Stay with us. Talk to you in a minute.
Valentina, and luckily this time it's not going towards the boundary. So Raj, welcome back. Short break, quick drink,
Quick drinks break. Thank you, Lucky.
but no alcoholish one, right?
Sorry?
No alcohol.
No. It's just 11:50 in the morning. We're enjoying once again a lovely morning in Seeborn cricket ground at the Austrian SCG, as we like to call it, compared to the Australian SCG. It's not as big as the Australian SCG, obviously, and we have a couple of seating capacity. Well, we're short of seating capacity of the SCG here. However, a lovely ground in the middle of Europe in Austria. While we prepare for Valentina to come into ball for a second.
And once again, full length delivery has been respected from the German batsman, and that's what Austrian bowlers have to concentrate on, keeping that ball fuller and start realizing that's where we need to be. And yes, Valentina continues once again full.
And it's well, as a misfield at a deep square leg or deep forward square leg that that takes the ball to 4 instead of maybe just a 2. This is again something that we have to say that it's necessary that you have your head high in the field. That you don't drop off after having a misfield and just keep coming back. And this is just as important as, well, the next ball is always the most important ball in cricket, isn't it, Alaki?
Definitely. A few quick wickets, and I'm sure we'll see a different phase of a game.
Yeah, so this is a good stop at mid-off from the vice captain of Austria. That Joanne, as you see, the team just doesn't drop off after a misfield. This is what I like, what I'm really liking to see currently. The team is up in there and supporting each other. And Valentina preparing for the 4th ball of the over.
Yeah, it's with that misfield 100 up for Germany. Once again, one full length delivery once again, and only a single being scored.
Yeah, once again to that mid-off region. And with that, I mean, it was a good ball. It has been beside the 4, beside the misfield. It has been a tidy over again, and we're seeing still similar fielding to before we left for drinks break before the 10th over.
Yes, no weekends. Oh, there's another waist high full toss. Is the umpire gonna? Oh, that's a. So it's gone all the way.
No ball called.
This
4
time.
runs again.
The no ball and 50 up for Christina Gaff. That's her third 50 for her in this series.
One thing you have to say is that she has been consistent anchor for the German innings. A third 50 in a row, I think, isn't it? So third 50 in a row, and with that, must have a fantastic average after this series.
It's 2 not the second 50 she scored not out. Another wide ball.
A wide called and a free hit again. So maybe for those not aware of what the free hit rule and the no ball rule is, after a bowler has bowled a no ball, the batsman receive a free hit in the T20 and the limited overs game, and if the free hit is then bowled for a wide, for example, then the free hit is repeated, so the bowler has to bowl again, and this is again a free hit. What it means is the batsman cannot be given out unless it's a run out, so no bowled, caught LBW possible from a free hit.
And nicely played into the right hand region, and this time another run out chance. It was definitely a chance, but the throw has been wide of the bowler.
And that's over called. Valentina finishes her over. That's her third over. So 1 over for her to go. And with that, Germany are at 113 for no loss after 11 overs. And steadily but still creeping past the 10 and over run rate here. So once again, this is going to be a big ask if they continue the way they are currently batting.
Now there's a bowling change, number 26, Tuche coming into the attack. Yesterday, the first game she bowled well, 2 overs, kept it really tight, didn't give many bad balls, and there was also a chance, one outside edge from Janet Ronalds, but keeper was unable to gather it.
Yes, lucky. That will be interesting to see if she can repeat the task again.
Even coming around and collect the ball. Once again,
Once again,
getting big.
baffled. No mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket fielder here. This is definitely needed.
It could have been a single rather than giving 2 runs away.
It should have been a single. Deep mid-wicket. If I was captaining, I would put definitely deep mid-wicket out immediately.
So now we can see the second fielder coming out.
And I think not even necessarily on the rope needed. However, you would need good 2 fielder protection on the leg side.
Definitely. Just to save boundaries.
Definitely. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, always needed. And the deep square leg fielder, deep backward square leg fielder pays off immediately. The ball is struck in that deep square leg region and she collects the ball immediately, and just a single instead of a double here.
Definitely, that definitely saved 3 runs for the Austrian side, because that fielder has been inside the circle, and as soon as she came out, saved 3 runs. And it's left hand on strike, but for the left hander we see.
So while the Austrian players, they were quickly to catch on, our umpire here still had a bit of a brain fade moment, and just came into late realization that he has to switch sides. Fantastic stop at fine leg, as Christina was looking to play this ball into the deep fine leg region. And now there's there's a bit more protection on this side of the field.
Once again,
Play towards
fuller delivery, spin
mid-off.
punch to the mid-off, and Misha painfully stopped that one.
Get your body behind the line, Lucky, isn't it? It's the first mantra that we learn when we field.
That's exactly what she did. Well bowled, well bowled.
The Germans are looking again into the 2. That's the number 20 of Austria going the back, ball back. So Jivan bowler back to the bowler. There was a bit of a confusion here between the 3 fielders, I would say, as the ball dropped in between them, and instead of a single, Germans are able to get the 2 here again. We did talk about the communications issue earlier in the game, that it's always nice to hear shouts and just that. Who's going to the ball, who's getting the ball.
And that's another half century for Jenna Ronald. After unbeaten 100 yesterday, she didn't bat in the second, and another beautifully played half century that comes in quick time for her. And we are looking for a big target here.
Yeah, that's Germany 120 after 12 overs. Once again, still above that 10 and over, well, exactly a 10 and over rate. And the interesting thing is, as you said, it's a beautifully played 50. So she didn't look at any risk, in any hurry, and after 41 deliveries, she's suddenly at the 50 mark. Almost didn't realize that.
Definitely. They have still singles on a regular basis, and putting the bad balls away, you don't realize your runs being scored.
Number 13 bowler.
Really good cricket, and of course, Germany's 27th in world ranking, and playing is
That is a few ranks ahead of Austria.
head of Austria.
As we have a change of bowling, the vice captain Joanne Stieglitz coming into the bowling attack, and straight away cut to the square leg region, and and a single for Janet.
We see two fielders being pushed back. I think
That's
the
a deep
point
hit.
fielder did not realize to come in.
I think you're right.
No.
And the umpire realized that straight away, calls a no ball, and 4 again.
2, 4, 5. No ball.
Yeah, that's a no ball because there's one fielder too many on the outside of the circle. But okay, I'm confused by that. I thought 5 outside the ring, outside the circle, are fine.
Yes, there were 4 fielders inside the circle. Another free hit. Oh,
And almost a run-out chance. Oh. But you see here as well, the Germans, the only risk that they are taking is the runs. As the worst shot that I've seen so far in the innings has been played off a no ball, and that's been caught.
definitely.
That's just above the keeper. And the umpire is asking the batter if the ball came off the bat, which the batter is obviously happy to say yes, it did.
I bet I would never say it wasn't.
Never. The ball never came off the pads, always off the
But
bat.
if it was a caught behind, they would say no.
Yeah, that is obviously leg by, even if anything. And a slight push into mid-on for a single, or is it a double? It's a double! Ooh. Once again, a close run-out situation.
Another run-out chance.
There's a little hiccup here between Christina and Janet while taking the second run. So that's what's making these close calls possible so far. And Joanne Stieglitz calling, asking for an LBW, umpire not interested again. Just the second shot we've had all match so far.
That's a little bit too high. I'm probably pitching out a bit off.
And it's into square leg and over. Again, a clean and tidy over beside that no ball that I'm still not sure if it was a no ball. And so clean and tidy over from Joanne Stieglitz, and that pushes Germany at 130 after 13 overs, still going at a 10 and over rate. As we look towards the cloud a little bit, as it's getting a little it's getting a bit darker on the Czech Republic end of the ground, where usually the rain comes from, by the way. So if we have any rain at Seban, it's usually that Czech Republic end, those hills that bring in the dark clouds, and with that a little bit of drizzle and rain.
So
or
Suraj,
even heavy.
what are the chances that we might have?
The weather
rain?
report said that there would be rain after 1 p.m. And I'm hoping that we get a match before there is any chance of rain, or before there is any rain.
That's a bad ball being punished away once again.
What is raining so far? It's raining runs.
It's raining
and
boundaries.
It's raining boundaries too. And 4 runs again. That is Tukce being pulled away into fine, well, with wide of fine leg for 4 runs. Lucky, what do you make of the current field position?
Bit better than before. We saw fine leg, deep fine leg, but this time much more squarer towards the deep fine leg region. Jian unable to collect the ball cleanly, and German batters stealing another couple of runs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was less stolen than comfortably able to run between the wickets for 2. And that's Tukce and drops it short again, and Christina having no trouble whatsoever pulling it for a single towards deep square leg, and the fielder collects it all at deep square leg, back for 1. It is a very fascinating run-up from Tukce. It's 1 step, well, 2 steps, and into the delivery. It's a wide called, but fair play to her. That was a very good length to ball, just slightly off the line that she would have wanted it to put, and it looked like it did discomfort Janet a little. Yes, that's collected well at,
That's a wild throw, and
that's an overthrow. Initially collected really well at this, I was a mid-off or in the covers. However, this overthrow allows Germany to come back for 2, and that's already.
yes, nicely fielded by Priya at deep square leg. Today, Tukce has been a bit on the shorter side of.
She has, and when she wasn't short, it was a bit of a wide. We're back at 10 and over. Well, 11 and over. Germany now at 141, and we still have, I think, 1 delivery left in this over. Christina pulling the ball away towards deep mid wicket, and that gets 1 run off it. With that, Christina is now at 70 runs off 45 deliveries. Janet Ronalds has faced the same amount of deliveries for 55 runs, and Germany are steadily going ahead with 143 runs off 14 overs. You think 200 is on the table today?
Yes, definitely. Unless Austria fight back and a couple of good overs and keeping the run rate down. Just cut down the bad balls. That would be the key. And Joanne once again. And Razy fielding at no man's land, not saving single, neither boundary. So
saving it too.
Yeah, good point. So would you be saving 2 at this point, or would you be saving boundaries?
As you said, at this point it's either or. So either you want to save the single or save the boundary. So a no man's land is obviously
saving 2. That's your intake.
Yes. Yes. And in no man's land, all you do is saving 2,
that's
or you
very,
hope.
That's very interesting observation there, Suraj.
Or you hope for that lob into this no man's land, or this edge into no man's land, where you can catch it. One thing has to be said, it has been a tidy over so
That's
far.
another poor fielding effort from Nishad, mid-off.
Still, I want to say that it's still a very nice over from Joanne Stiglitz that she's bowling here. Just good line and length. She's not getting the reward for it, but at least if they can restrict Germany for less than 10 and over here. Yes, pushed back to the bowler and frightening the batsman a little bit here with that run out taunt.
Good thing to see. Little. And Andrea once again in action.
Fantastic arm from Andrea here, and as she throws the ball 2 bounce to the bowler, Germany only being able to get a single here, where they usually are eyeing 2s most of the times if the ball goes that into this region. Fantastic shot to mid-on.
Valentina at mid-off.
Mid-off, sorry.
Bad bounce.
I'm also confused with the right and left-hander.
And oh, that's a bad bounce there.
So we're looking after 15 overs at 149 for no loss. It has been an astonishingly economic over here with just 6 runs coming off it. And we've seen 4 singles, 1-2 off this over, and I would say that if Austria continues this way, it's definitely a positive takeaway from this game in the field so far. And they have been, if they could just steady the ship. And we have
Andrea back on.
change of bowling. Andrea back on, the skipper.
Powerfully struck. That's another
And that
boundary.
rolls for 4.
That's another poor fielding effort. Admit wicket. That's 150 up for Germany. That's in 15.1 overs.
That's well stopped by Andrea. So good comeback after the 4, which for the viewers, just to clarify, we're having a bit difficulties of observing this deep mid-wicket region if the bowler is on the count end, because the German camp is pretty much set up there, so we cannot see through how the fielding over there was.
A replay shows there was a misfield and just another boundary to the German score. Another wide ball. It's another wide delivery. Janet this time tried to cut away, but a bit too wide for that.
So that's 2 wides of the over. And Priya at deep square leg fields it well. Back to the bowler. Just a single here for Germany. And with those 2 wides lucky so far, we've reached 20 extras this innings.
That's quite a lot. Still another 4.3 overs to be bowled. And they're pushing for another couple of runs, and this time
again the ball just falls short of the keeper, so no real threat. Even if you want to have this run out, there is just a little extra effort and just a little extra power behind the ball needed.
correctly said, Suraj. It's another wide.
Yes, another wide called from the umpire. It's 3 wides of the over so far, and we are looking into, we're well above 20 extras now.
That's powerfully struck.
Struck for 4 runs.
Germany won. .156 and try to continue another, let's say, the off-term delivery.
And
That will
that's
connect.
what we
Sorry,
call-
correction. That would have been another wide. Luckily, Christina Guff was able to connect the ball. 163 after without loss in 16 overs.
So yeah, 2 boundaries coming off this over with a couple of wides here and there. So Germany again above this, above the 10 runs and over rate.
Number 3.
And there's a change of bowler. We have Reza Avilay into the attack. Germany are already way ahead of how they were going yesterday in their 191 game. Yesterday, for example, in the 17th over, Germany was able to cross the 150 mark, which has already been crossed today in 16th over. It was 15 overs and 1 ball that they needed to cross the 150 line. So it will be interesting to see how Germany goes today in the death overs in this match. If they accelerate, how they accelerate, and what the target or what they're targeting, pretty much.
So, good ball. Let's say the off time.
Yesterday in the 191 game, the run rate was pretty similar. It was just above 8, but never going past 10-ish and over. Only the 20th over, that's when they scored the most runs. So we had 8, 15, 16, 17 runs scored after the over 16.
Drinks at the end of the over quickly.
We will see if that continues today, if that keeps happening as well. And with that, Christina has already called for drinks after this over. And that is definitely no ball again.
Another no ball and free hit. So
That's a by signal, no ball, free hit. And Reza has to re-ball, well, has to ball and free hit to Christina now.
No ball.
and the no ball continues.
And that's her over.
No ball.
And after two
Die kann ich jetzt.
head-high full tosses.
Die kann ich jetzt over. 2 balls. Yeah, 2 balls. Anybody.
So just for the viewers here, two en-suite no balls above head height. That means that
No, 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 no.
the bet that the bowler is not allowed to finish their over, and they're not bowled to.
2 ball can
How is it? Lucky, are they allowed to bowl again, or is it just they're done
No.
for today?
They're done for today.
Also, hast du schon 4 over gemacht? Noch nicht.
Ich glaube 3.
Dann kannst du nur 4 Ball noch dann.
We have a little bit of a confusion as Austria is trying to find out whom to bowl for the last two deliveries of Reza's over. Because of course if there is a bowler who already has bowled 4 overs, they are not permitted to bowl these two deliveries. If we have a bowler who has bowled 3 overs, then this bowler is only allowed to bowl 4 more deliveries of the next over. So ideally they want somebody to just bowl the 2 deliveries who will not be finishing the 4 overs today.
Ja, entry hit hier.
So Tuche has taken over.
Right arm over. Right arm over.
Beautifully played down the track and left it over mid-on fielder for a boundary. Beautifully played, and Christina Goff nearing her.
Nearing her 100. Christina Goff now at 45 after 56 deliveries, and Tukce now on to the last ball of Reza's over. Also fascinating that I've never seen this one. Well, I've never seen a bowler bowl 2
2
head
no
high
balls.
no balls and being taken off their over. Christina initially not interested, shouting wait there, but Janet making her run those 2 runs. And as mentioned earlier, Christina was already shouting for the drinks before the balls were delivered for this after this over. That might explain why she was not interested in those 2 runs that Janet made her run now. And this is not an official drinks break as the umpire is signaling to rush through their drinks to the batsmen, to the batters. Sorry again.
Christina Goff 85 after 56. Another 15 for her first.
Well, that must be
100.
87. Sorry, Lucky, if I interrupt. There must be 87 after 57 now. As we're missing just the one last ball of the over. Yes,
Well,
there we go.
beg
87
pardon,
and 57.
Direction of the score has been a bit slow on our screen. Therefore, Christina Goff 87 of 57.
And it was only the 15th over that was economical. The 16th over has gone for 14 runs again. Over 17 for 11 runs, and we are now into the 18th over, so 3 overs to go in this innings. Janet with a push towards mid-off and gets a single. With that, she's on 65 after 54 deliveries. Lucky, what would be your tactic for the last 3 overs now?
As a bowling perspective or batting perspective?
Now the fielding perspective. So you want to limit Germany. Well, you want at least 1 wicket or 2 wickets, and then want to limit Germany below 200. What is your tactic today?
My tactic would be just bowl full, and I do really not see the point of the short extra cover and short mid-wicket fielder. And it's just not saving any runs for the team.
That is pretty much what this is the field that Germany had set for Austria, pretty much, because they were expecting this short lobs of the bat of the balls that were just a bit too good for the batters. So I reckon you're 100% right on this one. So this short fields that we have in short cover and short wicket-ish, rather push them towards the circle and save boundaries and the ball's going past you, instead of hoping for this odd single here and there that you save.
Yeah, I mean, you can push those two fielders a little back, and most of the singles has been through that region.
Yeah.
So anything to left or right of the fielder would have been a single. So you rather push them back, cut the angle.
And from your playing knowledge, obviously these two positions are the riskier positions to set up in a limited overs game, especially towards the end of the innings.
Yes, your target will be reducing runs, not giving runs away. So you can push all the inner circle fielders to the edge of the circle and let them have single.
Yes.
Rather than letting them hit boundaries.
Yes, towards the end of the game, rotating the strike is not that much of an hassle than giving away freebies, just like this one that could be called a no ball. This was above waist height. No, like umpire says, that's
the batsman came down the track, so
batsman came down the track with that.
Over.
Overbowled and a tidy one. That's 18th over gone for, I want to say 4 runs if the score is
good
correct.
effort.
Yeah, that's 178 after 18 overs. 2 overs to go in the German innings, and we're yet to see a different batter on the crease. It's Janet Ronalds and Christina Guff still at the crease after 18 overs, and a new bowler is into the attack.
Valentina coming on for her last over. It's been almost another misfield.
Misfield at fine leg. She has a bit of a backup in this area of the ground, so not that costly, just the one of it.
Yes, nicely flicked away. And Busharat, short fine leg, letting the ball go.
So once again, seeing only 2 fielders outside the circle.
Wide ball.
That's another extra to the German total.
Yes, let's have a look how many extras Germany has had yet in this game. From their 176 runs after, 179 runs after the 18 overs, we were at, well, there's no scorecard for that. We were at 23 extras. That was the extra 24. And while I'm busy digging out statistics, another run from Janet to, was it mid-on?
There's another single being taken.
Ball left.
Then Ronald's 66 of 57. Christina Goff on 90 of 60. And she has a chance of getting her first international T20 100. That's another noble. And
a no ball and again a free hit. Yes, if Christina Goff does make it to her 100, indeed this would be the second German T20I women's century. The first one scored yesterday by her batting partner, by Janet Ronalds.
yes, we have seen some excellent shot from Janet Ronalds. It's beautifully bowled. And that's
Yes, indeed. Fantastically bowled. And 2 byes taken. Yes, umpire signals byes. So 2 byes.
and Germany closing in towards
Lucky with the amount of cricket that's being played at Seban Cricket Ground. I don't think I've ever seen 2 back-to-back centuries.
Yes, that's a very good observation here, especially on an international level.
Yes, this might be also due to the fact that we've never seen back-to-back. And that's a fantastic
boundary. Beautifully hit. And she's going to 94 and just 1 hit away from her first century. Against
I don't want to go all Ravi Shastri on this one, but if she does indeed make it up for 6, then it's a big style.
Yeah, I think Sehwag was a big fan of scoring his 100 or 50s in boundaries. He never liked to nudge it around.
Nobody has the time for that in T20I. Only big hits, please.
It's a good ball.
Christina's happy with a single in this case.
Side edge.
Goes to 95. And we are, I think, 1 ball shy of this being an over. So she does have 1 over to go after this one and 5 runs to 100.
She should get it. Just 5 run.
I'm rooting for her to get these 5 runs. I'm definitely hoping that she will get there. It's always a good feeling that you have scored international 100.
Right.
Wide called from the umpire. That is, I think it's actually number 25 or 26.
Just 1 ball left in this over. German team shouting out to Christina Graf. 95 is well deserved. Well deserved. Played really well so far. Still 5 runs to get. Let's see if Christina
A stumping chance
be
here.
able to.
But the wicketkeeper Hajol Taliva standing just a little bit too far away from the stumps here to really endanger here and Janet Reynolds here. And that puts Christina on strike for the last over of this innings. Who is the bowler to bowl the last innings? Let's see.
So Janya is coming on
Jania is
to
bowling the
bowl
last
the
over.
20th over.
And Christina obviously looking for those 5 runs that she is short of 100. And doesn't want to give away the strike. Can't blame her on this.
I mean, they have plenty of runs on the board.
With 190 on the
90.
board.
So I think it's okay to turn down a single this occasion. Sujani has bowled good over right now. Last over. It's another dot ball.
That's something that we haven't seen so much or so far in this inning, that there were back-to-back dot balls. Also, Sanjay asking the umpire how was that. Obviously, the umpire not interested with the inside edge being heard first.
Another wild swing and single being turned down once again.
Christina still not sure if she wants to take the single or the double. 3 balls to go.
5 to get.
Could it be a 20th over maiden even?
I think it would be a great win if Austria can defend that 5 runs. And finally she connects that well and goes for 4.
Like a tracer bullet.
She moves to 99
Moves to
and
99
just
with that
1
4.
to get.
A lovely hit into the deep mid wicket, between deep mid wicket and long on.
Just no, she should be able to get the single. Will they turn down the single now, Suraj?
If she turns it down, I would be more than surprised by that. I reckon
Two
she
balls
wants
to
the
go.
double now.
There was 90s. Are we gonna see something else?
We are going to see a no ball first of all, and a single taken off the no ball.
And that's the 100.
And that's
Umbrella
the
for
100.
Christina Goff. Well played. And what a
Well
two
batted.
batting partners. Both yesterday, Jenny Ronalds, and today Christina Goff getting her first 100 for Germany. Beautifully played.
She's a happy batter here. 1-0-0 of 69 deliveries, or 68. We'll see that in a minute. And with that, Janet's on strike.
In the air, but lands in the vacant area.
Was off the edge. Initially, the ball did look like it would travel a bit further from this side of the ground.
But are they able to get 200? Sorry. One ball to
Yes,
go.
yes, yes.
Okay.
I think they are going to get the
I think they're
2-0.
not.
0. So unless this is not an extra, and it doesn't look like it, so with that, Lucky, you were right. 197 is the total Germany's posted here for Austria to get. 198. Now Austria needs to win, and with that, yeah, let's go into the innings break.
Well played by Christina Goff. Obviously, we can't forget Jen Ronalds playing the anchor role today. And what a partnership, 198 in 20 overs, and well deserved. We take a quick break and join us in a few more minutes.
total of 197 after 20 overs for no loss, with their opener Christina Goff scoring a very good 100, and Janet Ronalds scored a healthy 68 of 60 balls. And yes, so they have set Austria a target of 198 to reach. And this should be very interesting to see how Austria will approach their innings, as they have struggled the first 3 T20s so far to getting close to this big totals. Okay, welcome back.
Welcome back, Suraj. What a first half. Great performance once again from Christina Goff and Janet Ronalds. They're making it a bit easier for us, not changing the names of the batters. And that was a great innings.
Yeah, shout out to the German national team for not changing the batsman. Alright, so we have now the number 35 from Germany, Emma Barnier, starting on the Czech end with... I'm currently struggling to see who the batsman is. I think this is Jeevan Puller. Jeevan Puller to face Emma Barnier. And umpire signal play, and here we go.
Beautifully played on the front foot. Yes, I'll be really interested to see how Austria gonna come out today and going to fight.
A good front foot defense so far, and that's a wide. Germany has had a little bit of a habit with starting off their innings with a wide, didn't they?
Is there they had few wides yesterday as well.
And with that, Austria open their account. And Jeevan Puller defends it back again. Should be interesting to see how she goes along with her innings today. She was caught out yesterday in the chase of 192 for not, and so far she's been defending.
Said off time.
And a swing and a miss.
Just need a good start to this, and it would be a great achievement if Austria could bat through the overs and players like key players are getting runs.
This should be the tactic, shouldn't it? So bat out the 20 overs, do something. So basically make Germany play for the win. And Jeevan Puller swings at it, misses. The ball misses the stumps.
Full toss being offered, but unable to connect by Jeevan Puller.
And from no set also to the non-striker. The non-striker is Bushra Ucha. So the opening pair unchanged also for Austria.
That's nicely played.
Yes, very nicely played. And Jeevan off the mark.
Over.
Yeah, that's 2 of the first over. Emma has been really disciplined yesterday. She claimed her first fifer and bowled beautifully. Had few batsmen caught on the crease. Yeah, we're looking forward. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's taking wickets today.
And now the Centurion comes from the count end into the bowling on the opening bowling attack. So Christina Goff from the count end bowls against Jeevan Puller, as well as yes, there was a single off the last ball. So Jeevan Puller keeps the strike. Bushra Ucha yet to face a ball.
Come in, in a circle.
And the Germans are setting up the field, as there was a bit of a confusion. Emma Barnier was out at deep fine leg, pushed into a fine leg position now.
Nice.
Bowler plays it into
Christina start off with a full end delivery.
Same again,
She was
Dee.
unable to connect. And here we go after
Yes!
beautifully bowled. What an swing delivery, full and on stumps.
that was late swing there as well. And while bowling it, the Centurion slips and lands flat onto the ground and shouts she didn't even see her wicket.
Yes, beautifully bowled. Good seam position and good movement in the air.
It's lovely to see this late in swing because also for non-cricketers, just a brief segue here that facing these kind of deliveries is always the toughest because you expect the ball to be straight after the bounce and then suddenly there is late in movement and you are made to look like a fool if you miss these kind of balls because even with the reduced speed, for example, here you just saw that the ball moved so much into the wickets and into the middle stump that there was pretty much no chance for the batter here to defend it.
Yes, so that's just another full end delivery and allowing the ball to swing in the air.
And we still owe you the name of the new batter. That's Reza Avilay. She is facing Christina Goff and defended the first ball pretty well. Just
Where you want it, T.
just a little
Another one there.
got bat onto the ball.
It's getting
Good line.
too easy for Christina runs wickets.
And a lovely front foot defense. That's almost textbook. Christina already with a grin on her face while she's going into ball. And the umpire calls it a wide. Just slightly
Wide
down the
being
leg side.
Once again, that late movement.
Back in it, T. Come on.
Left alone by Rizzi.
Yeah, wisely left. A non-striker again, not interested in that single, as a firm no was heard from the non-striker's end.
Oh, it's a half a chance. Christina was interested in that cotton ball chance.
And over survived. Christina, no runs, well, beside the wide. And Austria now 3 for 1. Reza has she's on not after 4 balls. Bushra Ucha to face her first delivery in this innings. That's against Emma Barnier. And defends it. A good stance. She's very compressed here in her height and goes well in as almost a squat position that she stands in. A little fun fact about Emma that we received is that she started playing cricket just 3 years ago.
She's only 15 years of age.
And also captaining the Bayerische Cricket Academy team in Munich. Also, if you've been listening in the first innings, we already had a player from the Bayerische Cricket Academy in Munich. That was Janet. She is a teammate of Emma Barnier's, also in Munich. And there must be something in that water over there. I mean, they're producing fine cricket players.
Definitely, they have lots of women's cricket league in Germany.
Well defended, and a run is on here. And Bushra Ucha opens her account with a good push straight down the wicket.
And also lots of players from cricketing background, so that helps when you're setting up cricket leagues to develop players.
White ball.
And that's wide called again. Yeah, as you mentioned that Bavaria and Bayern do have a certain setup of cricket in Munich, and it seems that Munich is pretty much the hotspot of women's cricket in Germany. And although I'm already seeing we have a lot of players, also we have some players from cities like Frankfurt, Cologne, standing in the middle as well today.
Another dot ball.
And overcalled. Okay, one thing that we have to admire is that the Germans have set up a very test match kind of field for the
Yes.
Austrians. They are very attacking. They know they want to take the wickets. They want 10 wickets as quickly as possible. And what I'm liking the most is that these half chances, or the half chance that was here for in the Christina over that we saw earlier, they're attacking the ball when it's just slightly in the air already.
Yes, they have such a close field. Even yesterday, it was really close. And of course, they know Australian batters are not going after the bowlers, and you can afford to have much tighter field. Anything in the air will land in fielder's
Same
hand.
again, T. Catch! Oh!
And a push towards the offside, and Bushra makes it to non-strikers end. A good run at the end, but this is again one of those half chances. The ball is just in the air, just long enough, but just slightly wide of a fielder. At the end of the day, a safe run here. However, as we said, the Germans, they have tightened up the screws a little bit more and more as they've got to know the Austrian batters, and with that, they do have a game plan pretty much in motion, and then the Germans
That's where you want it!
just being more disciplined bowlers, also making the Austrian batters play those kind of shots.
So,
Oh,
that's another full delivery, but going down leg side, Christina is not interested, and rightly so. You can see the ball is shaping towards leg stump and outside leg stump.
Yeah, funny thing, umpire was signaling it was going down leg, but I didn't hear anybody asking him.
Sort of pre-planning from umpire in case if someone goes up.
And a leg by, also down to fine leg. Good call from Bushra Ucha here as well. She pushed for the single. And
On the stumps, Tina, on the stumps, come on!
Christina back on mark. And defended from Bushra. Lucky, do you think that, and we discussed this briefly earlier, that 20 overs batting out them should be key for Austria today, and even it shouldn't matter how many runs they score. If they can bat out the 20 overs, there's definitely a positive. They can get to know the German bowlers a bit more again, and just gather more experience in the middle. What do you say?
Yes, definitely. I mean, that should be the target. Yes, we know we don't have the same capability like Germany, but the target should be bat out the overs and see where your main strikers going to take you, and that should be the target. I think runs doesn't really matter. Austria should get something out of this series.
Yes, as you said, and the series is 3-0 already, and with that also decided for Germany. It run and it runs for 4,
Really good effort.
and umpire signaling wide as well. Good effort chasing it from the number. Or able to see it, 32. Oh, 19. Sorry for that. It was Asminda Kohli who was chasing this ball and almost got to stop the boundary.
It's really good effort down there.
Yes, defended into the ground now. So less and less of these half chances, lofted defense that we're seeing. So the Austrian batters definitely learned something there, that they need to bat the ball into the ground for a defensive shot. Yeah, good bat position here from Reza. Yeah, it's still Emma Barnier on attack from the check end in her 3rd over now. Yeah, well defended again here.
Nicely played. Third ball.
Yes, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Reza. Good intent. The ball is being batted into the ground. There is no real threat that she's exposing herself to.
Definitely, I think they have come up with a plan today, thinking that they are going to bat 20 overs and not going to lose wickets
And
in clusters.
I love that plan. More of it.
That's in the air. It was not needed from Wazy. Fortunately, going straight to the mid-off fielder.
Yes, that was straight to the fielder. And yes, a little bit of the commentator's curse again, as we were just praising her ability to strike the ball into the ground if for a defense. But she had a bit of a heave at the ball here and just couldn't clear the fielder. And the Germans are obviously celebrating that a lot. With that, Austria 12 for 2. And Reza is making her way back to the pavilion. And onto the crease comes the number 11. That is the skipper.
Yes, I have a feeling that she's going to score runs today.
I would like to see her take her time. Like in the very first match, she was the anchoring point for the Austrian innings, and something of a mature innings is definitely something I would like to see again from Andrea Zeppena. That she's anchoring the innings and she gets a good partnership going for not even for the runs, but for the time, for a lengthy time, for a period that she's able to bat out with the Austrian team those 20 overs today.
Yes, I mean, she's the star player in the Austria team, so of course she has to play long. Whenever she walks in, if it's 10 overs left, 12 overs left, 13 overs, she has to bat long and give the best chance of Austria getting close to that target.
Definitely, and even if it's a match where Austria doesn't have a /10 written on the scoreboard, should be a target today. And with that, also overcalled from the umpire, so Emma Barnier of her 3 overs. Back into the attack is Christina Goff into her 3rd over from the count's end, bowling to Bushra Ucha. This is
I was in a similar. Position in Suraj in 2001 in Gibraltar when we played under 15 Austria tournament. So we were not really strong team, but I was in kind of Andreas' place but I made sure one game we played against Gibraltar in Gibraltar, we scored 122.
Mhm.
From 122, I scored 95.
That's
So that kind of innings that she has to play, that she has to make sure that someone is supporting her from the other end and
definitely
taking her batting deep and punishing the bad balls like the Germans did.
and the bad balls will come. They in limited overs games, they always come, and you have to just make sure that you get the bat onto those bad balls. And you said 95 of 122 batting against Gibraltar. This is exactly one of these, let's call it captain's innings or daddy innings, how you want to call them. This is what's required here from Andrea Cepineda, and also something that would be good for Austrian women's cricket to see, that they are able to hang with the big boys, or the big girls in that case, that they are able to make them work for the win.
Definitely.
Yes, good shot here. Bushra with really good shots in this over so far. Not taking risks, but this is something that she doesn't have to. Remember, Germany are 197 in the first inning, so the target is 198. And if Austria has a game plan, then the game plan should be to bat long, bat
Yes, correct.
through,
Beautifully
and
played.
play these shots when the ball is there to play. And good single here from Bushra Ucha, and with that she goes to 3 runs, and it's overcalled. So what do you reckon, who's going to bowl next? I'll have to continue
And
to
there's
bowl
star
there.
bowler which continue.
Yeah, it does look as Emma Bania will continue her over. So she'll finish her 4 overs right at the beginning of the match. Then she'll get to the fielding part of the match.
Emma to continue. Push her on strike.
Again, very interesting field. Short square leg, short point, and well defended.
Well played. And in the previous game, I saw her getting out similar delivery playing across the line, and
Yeah,
that's exactly what you have to do.
there were a
when
lot
it's-
of these kind of wickets where it was playing across the line to a straight ball that was dipping into the stumps, and run off a wide. Good call
Something.
from the non-striker as well.
2 more runs to the total.
Like, yeah, I would say the slip is a bit too deep for this kind of pace of the ball.
I think they're okay.
And a genuine
Probably
chance.
from your view.
Yeah.
They are a bit too close, but too deep. I think
There was a genuine chance for an edge. The
yes,
delivery before we saw
beaten outside edge, and
squared up even a little.
slip is in the game.
Yeah, slip is definitely in the game. And well left. So we do have what do we have? We have 2 slips, or is it slip and a gully, and a point, square leg, fine leg, a short cover, short mid wicket, and mid on, mid off.
Emma on target again, once again, pushing on the red back. We can see, like you already mentioned, she's taking her time today.
And a big shout from the Germans. Umpire not interested. Calls it not out. Emma
That
Barnier
looks-
finishes her.
That looks close.
could be hitting leg.
Sliding down.
So Emma finishes her 4 overs and goes for 11 runs off those 4 overs.
And only able to
Tidy.
get 1 wicket.
Yeah,
Emma
both.
yesterday. She had a really good day. She took 5.
I think the Austrians are also more cautious today than they were yesterday, therefore making it a bit more difficult for the German bowlers. I mean, both bowlers have so far 1 wicket, but it looks like Christina is not coming on. It's number 19. It is Asmita Kohli, who says that she does not have any relationships or any relative relations to Virat Kohli, but she's always happy if people ask her that.
Yes. I think I wouldn't be complaining if someone asked me like that.
Never complaining about that.
That's beautifully
And
played and
that's a
racing
beautiful
towards
shot.
fine leg boundary.
And raised for
And
4.
it does.
That's a good shot.
That's 4 runs to Bushra. Beautifully played.
And Bushra really make, as you said, Lucky, this is exactly what the cricket team, what the Austrian cricket team should be doing here. Wait for the bad balls, and as we mentioned, they will come, and you will be able to guide them to the boundary. And the ground is good enough that the balls will travel for 4 if
Yes.
you have the right places. And what do we have else about Asmita? So she is born in India and born and brought up in Germany. Parents are from India, and she's been cricket for the team since 2013 now. And so this is a long time that she's been playing cricket. So she definitely knows the whereabouts of placement of where to bowl and how to bowl. So this should be interesting to watch. And Bushra Ucha also called through for the single from the captain, from Andrea. It's a good over for Austria so far.
Inside edge. And safely run for a single.
So Asmita plays for the Cologne Cricket Club. So that's the Cologne International Cricket Club. I think they did not want to go with the abbreviation CCC. As this
Poor defense from Andrea.
this is a little bit of a tongue twister, CCC. So they went for the CICC. Have you been to Cologne, Lucky?
No.
Beautiful town. And now you know that there is an international cricket club. You might want to check it out.
No. Only been to Berlin, Tegernsee, because we had cricket tournaments there.
And Tegernsee, all right. I would have gone to Tegernsee for different reasons, but
Yep.
that's it.
I'm not gonna ask you for it.
Well, they have a good beer. Let's put it that way. Not gonna do any product placement here. Right, Asmita finishes the first over. It's a good over for Austria with 5 runs off it, and we have what do we have coming up? A change of bowling, obviously from the Czech end, because Emma Barnier is done with her 4 overs for today.
And spinners from both ends. So it'll be really interesting to see how this bat is going to score runs.
That's defended straight back to the bowler's end. The bowler is Milena Beresford.
She has bowled beautifully this series so far. Has taken wickets, been consistent.
I think this could be said for the German bowling attack in general, that they have been consistent this series, as the Austrian batters have pretty much limited to 50 and something all time. And
Beating the outside edge this occasion, and Bushra trying to drive it on the rise.
yeah, losing a little bit here of the balances on the back foot, but just stays inside the crease. No chance of a stumping there. Coming a bit too much, too forward for that kind of ball. And back to the bowler.
Nice one, Milena.
Milena getting here some positive feedback from her teammates.
Go on, Millie.
Yes,
You've got elegance.
and Bushra trying to get off strike here, but only able to find the fielders. And it's a bad
Connects it.
bounce and saved.
Does it travel? Doesn't look like it.
Really.
But two
enough.
runs nevertheless. Bushra are looking really good so far.
Not enough power behind the shot, but nevertheless,
Well, at
2
least some field interruption between ball and boundary there. So 2 runs saved.
runs, and that takes Bushra to double figures. Oh,
And
got more
dropped.
chance.
That was a good chance. Caught on ball. Always, I think next to hitting the stumps, this is a bowler's favorite wicket to take. Especially spinners love a cotton ball.
Golden ball chance and gone big in this time. And
Once again, uppish off the bat.
officially played, and Austria 22 for 2 after 9 overs. Steady start to their innings, and
Come on, Spinny.
they have captain on strike.
Yeah, so wicket-wise, it is the best start that Austria has had so far. So almost halfway through, and 2 wickets lost for 22 runs. The ask is now 16.09 runs and over, but as we mentioned earlier, that this is not something that Austria is eyeing in this match. They want to bat long, they want to get the experience. And while we say this, good run from Andrea Zepeneda. She plays it into the gap between point and third man for the single. Bushra Ucha back on strike. Bowler is still Asmita Kohli.
Another full toss been offered, unable to connect this time by Bushra. It's Andrea with the mark with that single in 10 balls. And I think that's what Austrian coaching staff would be expecting the team to do. Bat long, bat 20 overs. Doesn't matter where they end up, rather than just giving their wickets away.
Exactly, that's you rather
So, no ball.
stick on the middle long enough to get some middle time, get some hitting time, and make use of it in the next games rather than getting out here.
It's another no ball. It's nothing new. We have seen plenty of no balls today, and it's a free hit and Andrea on strike. My money on a boundary.
My money's on a dot.
Nice, nice.
You won, mate.
Thanks. I think the Germans are pressuring the Austrians just enough for this boundary not to happen currently, and Asmita Kohli has looked actually pretty alright with her line.
Beautifully played.
just here gets the length a bit wrong. And Andrea pushes it to deep square leg for 1 run.
That's end of the 10th over.
And with that, it's drinks break. We will see you, or we will hear you in 2 minutes while the players are getting drinks on ground. Yeah, stay tuned.
Welcome back, and we are ready to see the second half of Austrian innings. 26 for 2 after 10 overs, and Andrea and Bushra to continue. And it's really good to see one player getting into double figure mark, and that's Bushra in 27 balls. Andrea 2 not out of 12 deliveries.
Yeah, and if anybody has the, if anybody can accelerate, I reckon it's going to be Andrea. She has certainly the ability, and she's shown that she has the intent to stay in the middle for long enough, and then score off the bad balls. And I reckon this is something that we will be seeing today in the next 10 overs.
Yes, it'll be good to see she's getting some runs for her confidence as well going into tomorrow's game. It's a 5-match series, and Germany leading 3-0, and this is the 4th, and they're closing in another win.
The bowler
against
is still Milena,
White ball.
and wide call from the umpire. Well, it's a similar story with Germany and Austria, as it seems. It doesn't matter what team sport there is, they have the edge. And 3-0, or that's usually a football result for Germany and Austria. Well played from Andrea here, and ball goes for 1. Slight misfield at fine leg.
That's a good effort. It was struck hard, and Emma getting a hand onto it, and definitely saving 3 runs for the team.
Yes, definitely say 3 runs. Well, this ball looked like it was headed for the boundary.
Another white.
Well, the umpire is not interested, it seems. It was down leg, or maybe was it off the pads?
I would like to see that replay.
And that's in no man's land, and Bushra gets another run. So while Apish lands, luckily for her, in no man's land, and she's able to convert this into a single.
Nevertheless, another valuable run.
Yeah, but she shouldn't look into playing these shots more often, as the Germans have shown to be relentless and ruthless in this regard, and they've gone for the catches.
That's another wide delivery. The score is 30 for 2, 10.5 deliveries.
And Milena bowling another wide. So something from the background for Milena. She has been playing for Frankfurt Cricket Club in Frankfurt. Funnily enough, I did once visit the ground there, as I was there very often for work in the last couple of years. So Frankfurt definitely an interesting city, busy place to be, and apparently the Frankfurt Cricket Club does also provide a couple of players to the German national team, and with that the umpire calls for over.
31 for 2 after 11, and we still have the star player of Austria, Andrea, at the crease, and Bushra supporting, well, with 12 in 29 balls, and it's
Looks like there's a
good achievement for her to
change
into
of bowling.
double figures. No, only to continue.
Oh, Bushra having a swing at this one, misses it. But out of the both Kohlis, I think Asmita has the better bowling action. Virat, she does have it, this one over Virat Kohli. And with that, there is a wicket. Bushra just getting a little bit impatient here, and yeah, playing an uphill shot again. Similar to the shot in the previous over, this time the ball finds a fielder, and Christina doesn't make a mistake of catching this one.
Christina in action again. It's not the first time that we have seen her bat, bowl, and in the field.
It looks to be impossible to keep her away from the action.
Definitely.
Scores
the ball is following her.
Yes, it is. Scores 100, takes a wicket, takes a catch. What's left? Is it a you want to call it cricket bingo? So she's just she needs a run out to her name, then she's got all the boxes crossed for her cricket bingo probably.
And Bushra gone for 12, and Joanne Stieglitz joining Andrea.
And with that, sorry,
most experienced player.
Now it's going to be fully Philippines.
And let's see what these two players going to put up.
Bowling.
so we have the leadership group on into the middle. So it's Joanne and Andrea May. So the captain and vice captain now on into the batting.
Nicely driven to short extra cover.
Yeah, well defended into the short cover region again. So both of them are looking into rather taking the game deep instead of just going for the hit and risking the wicket again, which, as we said, is the right choice here to do, as 197, 198 is just this impossible task for these players today. So rather bat long and bat into the well 20 overs instead of risking something for less than 50 or something again. That's 12 overs gone. Austria is on 31 for 3 lost wickets.
Yeah. So to continue.
Just for the statistic nerds out there, if Austria wants to win this game, they would have to go 21 per over for the next 8 overs.
Gettable.
I wouldn't bet my car on that. Let's put it that way.
White ball.
And that's a wide called. Melina has looked a bit uncomfortable on that with the line today. She has bowled a couple of wides so far in her first couple of overs. So it's a third over and oh no, sorry, it's just 3 wides in 2 overs. So that's all right. It's a 4th wide. Single possibility there, but both of the batters not interested.
Nicely driven.
That's
A full toss.
well driven into the mid-on.
That's another wide delivery.
It's a wide ball. Something interesting about Melina, just from our fun facts, she played her first ever cricket match, not only the first ever international cricket match, another wide called, the first ever cricket match that she played in Vienna. So there is some connections to this great city of Vienna, which, for those who are not aware, is the 2nd largest German-speaking city there is after Berlin.
Yes, that's a good achievement for her. Just coming and playing her cricket in Vienna.
Cut nicely between third man and gully. Again, a single from Andrea. Does start to look more and more comfortable now.
Nicely defended by Joanne. This time. First off, wasn't offered many bad balls. Yes, she has been a bit weird with the line for bowling. That's a full toss and nicely flicked away.
Yeah, flicked away and off the mark. There is now has a single run to her name now. So 1 of 5 for Joanne Stieglitz, and Andrea May Cepeda is at 4 of 18. Good flight. Good ball.
Beautifully played and well fielded.
Well fielded. Good cricket all around today. So it's a prime example of how to bowl, how to bat, and how to field this kind of delivery. Yeah, just again one of those examples of get your body behind the ball, and that's exactly what she did here.
That's nicely driven.
Pushed into the gap and covers. Single. Anne Bierwisch is able to field the ball and back to the bowler.
And they're keeping the strike for the next over. That is 8 for 3 after 13 overs. And this is good, making German bowlers work hard for their wickets.
Absolutely, and but also one thing that Austrian players can learn from the German players or from the bigger neighbor to the north is how quickly these guys change between the ends. Like, you're seeing this, that the players just know their positions, they sprint to the positions in between overs, and the change happens quickly and swiftly. Very impressive.
And we have a bowling change. Bierwisch coming to bowl. Yesterday she had a great day with the ball, taking the hat trick. And when I called it, that was the only thing was missing to see.
Bierwisch has been brilliant in the field today. In the last over, she had fantastic stops in covers, and yeah, apparently also a hat trick taker last match. And the batter, not interested in that single. Non-striker was keen. What do we have as fun facts about Bierwisch?
Bowling! That's it, Sam. Sehr good.
Andrea, 5 of 19, 20 deliveries after that ball being played.
Yeah, so one fun fact that I've already discovered is that she took a hat-trick yesterday. Oh, off the edge. Will it run for 4?
It's running towards the...
No, just a 2.
And that was an inside edge. Past the wicket keeper. Oh, very lucky there. Very lucky.
That's
Just missing
your
the leg stump.
Yeah, that's your chopped onto the stump shot, but had luck here that the ball just rolled towards fine leg.
Sehr schön, Sam.
Well defended. So one thing that I'm confused with is that Anne Bierwisch is being called Sam by her teammates. Anyway, there will be some there will be some interesting story to that, I'm sure. A couple of other things that we just got for Sam. She's a volunteer firefighter in or near Freiburg, and makes her nickname the Fireman Sam. So Fireman Sam here coming into bowl and defended by Andrea. Right. And that's over.
Just another quiet over for Germany. Keeping things tied. No extras. And now we have another bowling change. The captain, Anu, coming into the attack.
So the captain is now into the attack. She's a former state player for Karnataka, state in southern India, and she's played there for the U16 and U19. Well, that's important always, but the most important part about it is that she has played for the senior team as well there, and she's been playing for Northumberland County in the UK for a few seasons as well. And as you can see, a quality bowler as well here. Good line and length. And Joanne Stieglitz defends it towards square leg. Point.
Oh,
Edged
what a
and taken.
catch. And that's Janet Rollins at first slip. Taking a blinder.
Quick reactions. So for my earlier thought of being the slips a bit too deep, maybe, she's proving me wrong. Slip is exactly where it should be, and the slip is able to catch this blinder of a catch well. And
Suraj, I don't really
Yes?
mind seeing this kind of a dismissal. Good ball.
Me neither.
Outside edge. Good cricket all around.
That's a bowler's third favorite dismissal. After hitting the timber, catching it yourself, then the slips. And yes, Anu, she is a quality bowler then, and as we just mentioned, she has a lot of experience playing cricket, and she is founder and the coach of for Frankfurt's Women's Cricket Club. And just her side hustle or her hobby, so to say, is that she's a scientist and has a PhD. But you know, what's more important, cricket or the PhD?
Anything else to into that list?
I don't have a CV by hand, sorry. would need to look into LinkedIn or something for that.
I thought you were reading a newspaper there.
I thought it does look like that. I'm reading her LinkedIn page, doesn't it?
Nah, great.
And that's 2-2.
Ball.
That is bowled by Anu. What I want to have a look at the replay here, so what exactly happened. Just yeah,
Kind of missing
Nowhere.
a straight ball.
nowhere in line to play this shot. One can only hope that this does not signal in a collapse or of any sorts. So Austria will be advised to take time while playing and just see out the overs. It's not many left. We have an on non-sync scoreboard to say the least for now. But yeah, not many overs left. I think we are into the 14th over right now. So that's 2 wickets in 2 balls for Anu Balapur. She's on a hat-trick now. And Austria are 35 for 5?
36.
36 for 30. Yeah, our scoreboard is currently not the most recent. 36. We have another one saying it's 39. We had voices saying 40. And that's a hat
And
trick.
that's another hat trick. It's another hat trick that we have seen, and it's coming from the German team.
So while we're busy finding out the scoreboard, the Germans are busy taking wickets. That's 6 down for Austria now, and that's
And is another fun fact.
fun fact about Anu is now that she has taken a T20I hat trick against Austria. She might want to add that onto her LinkedIn as well.
Great achievement. Well done to her. We have seen 2 hat tricks
Yes,
this series so far.
and hat tricks are never easy to take. It's not just that. Obviously, you have to bowl 3 good balls, but it's just you need that just extra amount of luck. You need that extra amount of skill, and in Anu's case, reading her achievements so far, she's definitely got those. And an experienced player, founder captain for Frankfurt Cricket Club, Women's Cricket Club, and definitely has a merit on being the leader of this fantastic group of cricket players.
So what else are we going to see in this series? We have seen hat trick.
We have
We have seen 200s, 2 hat tricks.
I would like to see Austria hit a 6, but
And that's 4-4. Lasit Malinga
That's-
into the attack.
that's that's 2 hat tricks basically now.
That's 4-4.
It does now very much feel like Austria are Brazil in the 2014 Football World Cup semi-final, where the Germans are scoring at will.
Right. We have seen 4-4.
We have seen 4-4.
And now from the
Malinga,
German captain Anu.
Malinga, just a few 100 kilometers south of well, not even 100. I think just about 100 kilometers south of Karnataka. So there is something in the water over there as well that we are seeing hat-trick takers. Yeah, kudos to Anu. Hats off. That's Austria is now 44-7. On to bat is now the number
Yes.
22, I want to
Our
say.
Jod.
So Joe Talibar, the wicket keeper for Austria.
Is it going to be 5-5?
No, it's not. And
Safely
there
played.
was a chance of a run there. I want to say that.
I think Andrea wanted to stay on strike.
Yes, she did.
And correctly so. And it must be really hard.
That must be a fantastic over. It's a maiden 4-wicket over.
It must be really, really hard to the captain to watch from non-strikers in that
Definitely.
your batters are
And if your target
coming and
is
going.
and if your target is to be in the match and to bat out of the 20 overs, of which 5 are left now, so we are at 15 overs gone, 41 for 7, and Andrea Cepeda is on strike with. Do we have a change of bowling? That's
No. Beerwich continues
Full legs up.
and right on target.
Biewisch still into the attack, and Andrea defends it towards the covers. Yeah, so now suddenly it's 4 wickets in quick succession down. Andrea with a fantastic shot towards fine leg, goes for 4.
And was that a no ball called?
Yes,
And it is.
it's a no ball, 4 runs, so 5 off this ball. And once again, you have the situation where from out of nowhere, from being 40 for 3, Austria now 40 for 7. I think Shane Warne always said that if your score is, if you add 2 wickets and you're still comfortable at your score, that's a good score. But what happens if you add 4 wickets to that score?
That's nicely
Again.
picked up once again, and it's
Picked up,
racing away.
Gets the same
another
treatment.
boundary. That's good batting from Andrea, putting the bad balls away.
Gets the same treatment. 4 runs. Just wide of fine leg.
And that was a free hit. And what a ball to get when you have a free hit.
And that's the first free hit that we've seen this innings or this match hit for 4, I think. The other free hits have been just 1s and 2s, or maybe some even dots.
Full leg. That's it. That's it.
And Andrea obviously picking her balls wisely and not just having a heave at everything that comes towards her. And this is something that you have to just also admire about a captain after losing 4 wickets in this quick succession, that she's now able to at least get bat on ball and scores 8 runs off 2 balls, and now defends 2 balls nicely and doesn't look like in a risk of anything too crazy here.
As a plan, do you think she'll be looking to take a single and face the next over?
Yes, as I don't want to.
It's nicely played. And that's
and
also running towards the extra
no,
cover boundary.
just short of the boundary.
And
And this is 50 up for Austria. So Austria now 50 runs off 15.5 overs, 7 wickets down. Yes, Lucky. So I think this is definitely the case where you think that you would want to have, as you know, into the tail pretty much. You want to
That's
have those
beautifully
runs.
played. That's racing away
That's gone
towards
for 4.
point boundary, and that's 4. That's 4 more to Andrea.
Good
Excellent
comeback.
batting.
Sorry, good comeback after a 4-wicket maiden over from the German captain Anu Nubadalapur. Comes the Austrian captain and scores 11 runs off the very next over. However, your idea of switching, well, having a single of the last or the second to the last ball, this is something that I would have thought as well that this was something that was going to happen. As I would say, we are way into the lower order now, and well, I'm not even sure if this is the tail batting or if it's just the lower middle order. So
We're into the tail.
we will see how the decision is of not taking a single of the last delivery and facing Germany's most threatening bowler so far today.
Can Harjot get Andrea on strike?
Yes, she can. And there's a single. A good single.
Yes, and that was much needed. from Austrian perspective.
Well watched.
Leaving dangerously there.
Yeah, I would say it was well watched and well judged, but it was a dangerous leave, to say the least, yes.
And did not come back enough.
As a good shot played, and Hajo just making it back into a crease. Was a dangerous backing up here from Hajo Taliban.
But I was backing up too much.
And also you can see in the replay that she was not quite sure what to do.
One to go in this over. Andrea still on strike.
And defended. Umpire calls it over. That's 16 overs, 17 overs gone. 3 overs remaining, and Austria has 3 wickets remaining. The question now is, will this Austrian innings be the longest that they've batted against Germany? And will it be the most runs they've just scored against Germany, if they can manage somehow? But they are still, I think they scored 83 runs in their very first match that they played, so we are still some 30 runs short of this target that they not set themselves, but that they've scored in the first match against Germany. And the Germans have already put in more aggression in the field. They've taken one fielder from mid-on and put the fielder into the covers.
Yes. Once again, Arshad making sure getting the captain on strike.
Yeah, so Milena Beresford is changing between mid-on and a short leg-ish position, so she's in a certain no man's land area.
Beautifully bowled.
Yes, very well bowled. She's moving back to mid-on for Andrea, and whenever Hajot is on strike,
very close to the off stump.
Change of bowling. It's Kohli now back. Oh, it's not a change of bowling. Kohli was on in the attack anyway, and the captain gets a little bit of a hit off the ball. Kohli defends it. Kohli is being defended back by Andrea. So the Germans are really tightening the screws more and more. Austria is being dried out of runs or scoring opportunities.
Whoa! Hey. Nice, Sharu.
Beaten the outside edge this time.
That was pretty far outside on the offside. And shot played by Andrea.
Cut it away. And this one going towards the cover boundary, and
That's a far boundary on the covers. So not quite going all the way. Just half a meter-ish short of the boundary. And the umpire calls in an over.
as end of 18th over.
Yes, end of 18th over, 59 for 7. 3 runs coming off the over. And the skipper, Anudo Badalapur, is back. So it's a 3rd consecutive over. And she will be looking to finish off what she started a couple of overs ago, maybe a bit earlier. But yes, this is Austrian team's task to stop her from doing that and bat out those remaining 2 overs.
Good. Good effort there.
Yes, fantastic effort.
But the fielders are
But Claire Falzer-Gibbon.
closing up.
Claire Falzer-Gibbon should be interesting to watch in her position right now in that short point region, where she's certainly.
That looks out. It's a fifer for Anu. Only given 1 run away.
Yes, you have to wonder if this is.
That's a bit close there. I thought it was hitting just outside the line, but umpire had a different view.
If any of our viewers and listeners on YouTube and other platforms can find out what the. If this was the fifer with the least amount of balls delivered, that would be really interesting and much appreciated. So that's 2.1 overs from Anuradha Tobadalapur for a fifer. 2.2, sorry. So if you can find it out for us, much appreciated. Thank you.
Valentina in to join the captain, and this is it's going to be very
Claire now almost at that
interesting. Last 4 balls.
silly point position, just waiting for the little up-pitch defense.
Hitting the outside edge, and all the fielders are closing in. There's almost no fielders close to 30-yard circle even.
This is a test match setting just in red and black.
And that's a better view.
At what point would you consider this bullying?
Hat-trick of beating the outside edge from Manu.
Yes, 1 ball for Anu. And can they see off her? Yes, they can. So the dangerous Anu finishes off this innings with 3 overs bowled, 5 wickets taken, and just 1 run given.
That's excellent bowling.
That have to be. I'm wondering
the
if those
best.
are the best T20I figures ever, or women's T20I figures ever. Yeah, 19th over gone. 1 wicket, 0 runs. So she's got 2 wicket maidens. One of those coming with 4 wickets or 4 balls. And now we're entering the final over. 104, 8 wickets down. So interesting if Austria is able to bat out the last over. The bowler here is Milena Beresford. I think she's changed ends. Drops it short, and Andrea not interested in a run. Lucky, would you take the single?
I wouldn't. I would just bat, and any bad balls I would hit away and not allowing us to get 10 wickets.
Yeah, not interested here again. Andrea is thinking wisely on her captaincy behalf that she wants to do what is right for the team here, and what's right is not losing 10 wickets. Losing by 140 or 138 runs doesn't really matter now. It is all about not losing 10 wickets. And this is the 3rd ball, gone for no runs this over. So 3 balls to go, 2 wickets in hand, and Austria is looking set for a 20 over, batting through against Germany. That's a first. Nina charging in against Andrea. Outside off. We'll get 2 here probably.
Oh,
Andrea's pushing hard.
it's easy to run.
And a lot of caps on the ground while chasing the ball. Almost looks like Hansel and Gretel here. There you have these breadcrumbs on the way.
Yes. 2 more deliveries. Can they survive?
Come on,
They
Millie.
will survive. It's very much Tina Turner like now. They'll survive. Nina charges in again, and Andrea defends it into the covers. 1 ball to go. Austria now with the 2nd highest score of the series, 61 for 8.
I have a feeling that Andrea is going for a wild swing.
I would like to see her not out. 25 not out is a good score. Or but 20 something not out is a good
Look at
score.
her grip. Nicely played. Oh,
and-
no.
And a run out at the end.
It's,
Direct hit, always dangerous.
and I'm not going to mention the name, who it was.
Yeah, she has her cricket bingo full. Took a wicket, scored 100, and now has a run out. Took a catch. Well done, Christina Koff. Well done.
Well done, excellent day of cricket once again from German team. Started off really well, 198 posting without a loss, and Christina Goff, beautiful 100, and that was the main fact. Their openers have played really well throughout these last 4 games, and we are looking for 1 more game left in the series, and we'll be up for a good contest.
One grievance that
Tomorrow.
I have against the German team is the openers not out. I would have liked more of the batting depth. No, well done, Germany. That was a hell of a match. 197 scored, and again setting up a big task for Austria. And they've done it in a brilliant manner. The openers, Janet and Christina, they're scoring in a quickly manner and never looked in any risk beside those 3 hits where they were caught. And I'm really looking forward to the 5th and final match of the series tomorrow.
Yes, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining us, and tune in tomorrow with us. And
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
I've been Suraj.
I've been Lakmal. Been pleasure commentating international games, and we'll be back tomorrow at 11.
9 a.m. 9 a.m.
Beg your pardon, at 9 a.m.
I hope you don't oversleep. Tune in 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for the 5th and final match, Austria, Germany. Pleasure to us, and looking forward to joining your company tomorrow. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye bye.